Greetings, my name is Timothy Collinson and I'm the Faculty Librarian for Technology, and this short video is going to give you a very quick introduction to the library homepage so that you can find your way around yourself later on a little bit more easily. So if I share with you the homepage there, you can see that we're at library.port.ac.uk, and that will bring you to this page. And you can see here in the middle, there's a little film strip of some of the key things that you might want to be looking at, whether it's distance learning or finding books. You can also see some other photographs there down at the bottom that link off, for example, to our referencing system, referencing at Portsmouth, finding books and articles, frequently asked questions, that kind of thing. And then also in the center of the page here, you'll see opening hours, which will tell you obviously when the library's open, and particularly in vacation times, you might want to have a look at when we're actually open, so you're not disappointed by traveling in and finding we're not there. The good news is, of course, many of our electronic resources are available 24/7 all through the year. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see there that we've got a login button. Click to chat 24/7, a question mark that links off to our email inquiry service. Referencing at Portsmouth is tucked under this little button here, and our blog is linked to at the bottom. Very quickly, the login button does not log you into any of our databases. It just logs you into the library website here, which lets you look up your account. It lets you do an interlibrary loan, and it lets you see the password for resource pages that I talk about in another video. The 24/7 chat is staffed with library staff, University of Portsmouth library staff, through the core hours of the day. But in the evening, in the night time, you'll find that that's farmed out around different places in the world in different time zones. And they're very helpful around there. So do make use of that if you want to ask any questions via chat. Up in the top right corner, you'll see a really key feature of the library homepage, and that says click to search library resources. And if I do that, you'll see that that takes you onto a page where you can search our EBSCO Discovery service, which is brilliant for journal articles, conference papers, and all sorts of other things as well. The Library Catalogue, where you can find all of our books and our ebooks, although they're all in the Discovery service as well. You can search the website. If you half remember something you've been told in a class and you think, I wonder where that is, you should be able to find it there. Links to reading lists as well, and also a way of actually locating physical books in the library if that's useful for you. I go back to the library homepage. The thing that I haven't mentioned is these tabs across the top, and I haven't mentioned that there may still be some COVID-19 adjustments, and they're linked to there. So do check those out if you're either at a distance and wondering about coming in, or if you're physically on campus and you're kind of worried about what we are doing and what we're not doing and what you might need to do, then do check out those adjustments there. I won't go through all of these tabs in detail, but I'll just pick out some highlights for you. So under using the library, you'll find things like library membership. Essentially, you're automatically a member of the library, and your campus card is your library card. So make sure you don't lose that. Make sure you bring it to the library if you're coming into the physical building. I've already mentioned opening times, and there's lots of other help that you can find here. I would highlight the distance learning support that we can offer you. So if you are at a distance, check that out and find out what we can do for you in the way of perhaps sending out a book or a chapter of a book or a journal article and that kind of thing, or possibly being able to use other local libraries around you as well, which might be worth having a look at. And then all of our library guides, many of which have now been turned into web pages on the website, but the library guides we have are all collected there in a library guides collection. So don't miss that if you're looking for particular help on a particular subject. If we move over to using resources, you'll see that we have a huge range of databases, ebook collections, journals, e-journals, audio-visual resources, theses, e-dissertations, all of that kind of thing. And you can get some beginning advice to get into those, or find links to how you search them under those options there. So I would check those out. And of course, Discovery at the top is perhaps the prime one for doing getting started into your research, writing an assignment, doing your dissertation. And the Library Catalogue as well is the second link down there if you want to find particular books, ebooks, or journal titles. We also have referencing at Portsmouth listed here. I've already shown you a photo of it in the main part of the page there, and it's also this button over here. So referencing at Portsmouth is very easy to find. And then down at the bottom, I would just bring to your attention some information literacy skills pages. And these are perhaps just 8 pages that take you through the kind of research process for your assignments, for your dissertations, and can be really helpful if you need to just get a sort of grasp of actual, what process am I doing here? How do I get into this kind of academic work and that kind of thing? I put together a whole video on the subject pages you might have, but they're all listed there, and technology has one for every department and more. So do check out your subject pages because there's loads of help there, both in how to do your research and then what resources to actually use. The key thing there is that it also brings together all the ones that are relevant for your subject area that are maybe not included in Discovery. So that can be really vital as well. And then if you're at a much higher level, you might want to have a look at the support for researchers, certainly PhD students, perhaps master's students, or maybe even advanced undergraduates. And if you are an undergraduate, you might want to have a look at searching and keeping up to date. Those pages are useful, but for everyone else, certainly at PhD level, this gets into publishing your work, past PhD theses, research metrics, and all sorts of other things. In general, if you're just doing a few references, then I would say doing them manually using referencing at Portsmouth is perfectly sufficient. But if you're doing lots of referencing, don't miss the guidance that we can offer on reference management tools, which get software helping you out in that particular instance. We have some special collections, and you might have a use for the map library and mapping information. We have access to Digimap, electronic maps, as well as physical print maps. Do get in touch with our very helpful map librarian, who will be more than delighted to show you what's possible and how you can make the most of those resources. We have a university archive that kind of looks at the history of the university and that kind of thing. And there's also a rare books collection. Just get in touch with us if you want to explore any of those. And finally, there's information about us if you want to know who we are and kind of what we do and how we work and so on. So I hope that's given you a little bit of an introduction to the library homepage, but I would really encourage you to explore it further yourselves, because there's loads there that I haven't included in that very short tour. And we want you to get the most out of the library, even if you're at a distance. The help, the support, and the resources that we have, you should be able to find there, and to be able to really help you in your time at the university. So good luck with that. And as usual, get in touch with us if you've got any questions via email, via the 24/7 chat system, or coming and seeing us in person. All the best.